It's no secret that City Skylines is a complete hot mess, and every video you see about it is people complaining about how trashy it is and how buggy it is and how it looks like crap and sometimes when you when you have to play on lower graphics. But I mean, I guess all that's true, right? But it's still pretty playable as long as you can deal with a couple of the glitches and frankly, some of the performance issues, of course. But today, we're going to ignore a lot of that and kind of just keep playing the game as it is. And we're going to enjoy it. We're going to keep exploring it. We're going to keep seeing the dynamics of the game, how it all works, and just getting into it. So, welcome back to the channel. My name is Captain Gridlock. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let me know how your day is going. And frankly, I'm not sure where we're going to start today. I didn't really plan anything out specifically, but I know I want to expand the original plot to our city. I'm not exactly sure why I went straight over there. I guess I just more wanted to see the mechanics of how far can the services go. Because in City Skylines 1, you probably would have needed more healthcare coverage and more, like a whole fire station over here, police station, clinic over there, all that stuff. So it looks like right now we do have unreliable healthcare coverage. And I think it's just because of how far this is over here. So it's not the best, but we're still going broke, so we can't really build another one yet, which I think is okay. So for now, we're going to kind of let this flow on its own, and we're going to keep expanding this over here to make sure we're keeping up with our demands. Now, we have a little bit of griddable space here that I want to use immediately, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab our road tool, 2-lane road, and we're going to just match up the grid here. It's not going to be perfect. I think the past couple episodes have proven that I'm not very good at, keeping everything nice, but we're going to do our best to make it at least look somewhat presentable. So we're going to go up to here to make sure we continue the grid. Why can't I see that very well? I think it's right there. We'll grab the straight road tool and we'll go to there and we will connect to here. And then what we'll do here, we'll grab this tool there and we'll just bend it over into there. Oh, and we'll call it a day there. Not the prettiest thing, but I think it gets the job done. Now I'm going to put some high density. What do we have demand? We have demand for low and medium residential. So we're going to put a bunch of. Well, we can keep the. We'll get rid of this. What we'll put here is we'll put some medium density housing, and we'll make sure a lot of this can be zoned. So how do we? Okay, I'm gonna have to destroy those buildings because they're still building. I also like that you can click and drag and delete a bunch of stuff at the same time. The building keeps filling there. Looks like there's something zoned there already. So I'm gonna go back into our zoning, remove that zoning as best we can, delete that building, and then we're gonna zone in our medium density housing. Got some smaller apartment buildings, but it'll at least fulfill this need. It's probably too much. In City Skylines 2, it's like a couple buildings will really fulfill a bunch of your need. Like, see, it's already tanking down just off of a couple buildings that have already built up. There's 3 buildings that are building, and there's no more demand. If you build too much too fast, and there's not enough people moving in, and these buildings are going to be left empty. You should really look, like, if you look at these buildings, this is a medium residential one. This one holds 54 households. Obviously, it's full, but if say you don't have people waiting for apartment or something, then it can really take a major hit on your buildings and they'll just kind of self-destruct because there's nobody to live there and they can't afford to stay open. So right here, what are we having an issue with? What's this? Not enough customers. Struggling to lack of customers. Well, we're about to get you a bunch of customers. We're going to get you a bunch of customers, all right? So let's do this. We're going to get a roundabout. We're going to place that there. I'm just going to place roundabouts there. Oh, we can't do that there. Place the roundabout there. Well, we're back. My game decided to take crap and crash, but luckily the recording saved. So, where were we? All right, we were working on expanding a bit of our residential here, and it looks like a lot of the work that we did kind of disappeared because I crashed. So we're going to quickly just redo that real quick, and it shouldn't be an issue at all. We got that done. We're going to go back in here, get our roundabouts back in, and we'll be in a better place than we were before. So obviously, we're still having a couple issues over here with our businesses where there's just not enough customers. Oh, we got a car. That's our first car accident that I've seen. A cop crashed. I didn't know that was possible. Okay. We're starting to get heavier traffic over here. I didn't realize there was traffic in City Skylines too. No, obviously there's traffic, but right, there it goes. So back where we were is we're going to expand on this residential a little bit. And the way we're going to do that is we're just going to drag out lanes and we're going to keep going. So I'm thinking if we go the 200 meters, how we've been doing in other places, and then let's go with the straight tool. We'll drop that there. And then maybe if we, not going to be even. It's just not going to be even. And it's going to bother me, but it's something I'm going to live with. So we'll go to here. And then from here, we'll bend this way and connect there. And bam, that's the best connection we're going to get without having to do some extra stuff. So from here, we're going to just expand another units to keep the grid intact. We'll go up 200 units over, make sure the grid's connected, connect here. Same thing over here, go up, and we're going to connect there, there. And now we got a bit of place to grid. It's not the most perfect thing we've ever seen in the world. It's obviously kind of messy, but you know, it's something to give us some more flexibility to build. So we're going to go from here to there, and we'll just go straight across. And what we're going to do, we're going to get our zoning, and we're going to take care of a lot of this low density demand that we're getting. So I'm just going to zone up as much of this as possible, and hopefully it'll just deal with this demand that we're getting, and hopefully we don't have to deal with it again down the road. I mean, obviously we'll have to deal with it down the road, but hopefully it's just a little bit less. So it looks like we don't have enough parks again. We're having issues with not enough parks. So I'm going to get a attractiveness. I'm just going to get a small park for this time around, and I think it'll be plenty. Not perfect, but I think it's plenty. And we'll just put that there. Bam. Takes care of that, a bit of that need, and we don't have to worry about it as much. Over here, we're having the same issue. Place a small park here, and place it there. Only because these things are they're $2,000 a month, so they're pretty cheap. But, you know, if you get a bunch of them, then it adds up over time, obviously. Okay. Yeah, we got our low residential demand coming down, but at the same time, it's going back up again. They're really demanding these houses, so what we're going to do, hopefully soothe more of this, is we're just going to grid out a few more squares, and we'll go from there. So from here, it looks like we're going to hit the water if we continue it on that side. So we're going to do something a little bit different here. Going to grid out like normal here. Going to go out 200, come out to grid size, and connect. Keep our grid intact. And on this side, we're kind of just going to run a road. Where's the freeform tool? This one. This is what I need. And right here, we will place this. Go out this way. Go out this way. This way. And this way. This way. Probably seems kind of weird to put it here, but the plan is to get some beachside properties going, and this is just the easiest way than doing some extra stuff to just get it connected. So we're not going to do some extra stuff. We're just straight connections, and it'll be good to go. So we're just going to connect this to there, and we're going to grid out a little bit more, get some more buildable area, and hopefully we can take care of some of this low residential and this commercial demand that we're having. And hopefully we can continue building here. So we're going to make another connection here. Well, we'll go thirds here. These are smaller streets, so we're not going to have too much traffic there anyway, because it's going to be residential. So we're going to get some of these roads, and we're going to just grid that. And then we're going to get some stores. We'll put some store there and there. Get some stores there. And hopefully this takes care of a lot of this demand. Looks like it is taking care of some of the demand, gladly. Yeah, immediately they're already just building up. It's just there's such a demand for low residential housing that it's like suburbs are going to be a big thing in City Skylines 1. In City Skylines 2, correction. Well, third time's a charm. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. That's twice in one sitting. PC hasn't crashed in a little bit, so I think City Skylines 2 is kind of overwhelming my PC. So what we're going to do is we're going to tune down our graphics a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't keep crashing on me. And yeah, so we'll see what the settings can do here. All right, hopefully we don't have to redo that again, because that was kind of annoying to do. I'm going to save it again, just to make sure, in case I crash again. It's still there. I don't have to redo that. So we're going to go back in here, grab our zoning like we did before, zone a bunch of this lower residential areas, and we're going to get some commercial, and we're going to zone up some commercial zoning. And hopefully this takes care of a lot of our needs. Next, we're going to head over here into our industrial section one more time and do a bit of expanding as much as we can here, even though we're kind of at a space. We're going to do our best to squeeze it in. Just make sure we are on top of it. Autosave is kicking in every 5 minutes, so we're gonna have a little bit of sputters here and there, but I'd rather have sputters than complete crashes. So that's what we're gonna suffer with. So gonna go up this way, and we're just gonna add a couple more industrial buildings here. And hopefully this will just take care of a bit of that need, and we can keep moving on. Hopefully. Only really dealing with this stuff. Let's see, what is this? Are we full? No, we're nowhere near full. We have 936 tons to fill up. We got 5 tons. So we're in a good place. We also have 9 development points that we haven't used yet. It's something that I've been kind of saving up with because I'm not really sure what to use. So we're probably going to get our road maintenance facilities just because I want to start getting better roads. We're having an issue where our roads are kind of crappy. And we're having some car accidents happening. So we're going to place this there. And it's not the best places, but better than not having it all. So what I'm going to do with this is we're going to go through and just disable a lot of the traffic lights that we've been having. I think up here we have a traffic light. Where was it? Yeah, up here. I have traffic lights here. We're going to do stop signs there. Can we just take off lights? Like, can I just... you can just take off lights. Okay, cool. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take off lights. Take off lights. I wish they had give way signs. You could put a stop sign on just certain roads. Hopefully it's a mechanic they add in. If not, it'll be one of the first mods I pick up. Just because I like to have a little bit more control over my roads and how traffic handles. Not sure what's happening today. I'm having some crazy PC issues and it keeps crashing, especially when I'm playing this game. I don't know if it's the game being heavy or what's going on, but for some reason when I play this game, it keeps crashing my PC. Not exactly sure. So we're gonna have to do some troubleshooting later on today. So we're back here. Looks like our low residential still building up. Our demands are going down, but also back up at the same time because holy crap, the amount of demand that low residential has is just insane. So we're just gonna zone as much of this out as we can and hopefully get rid of that demanding and we can just move on with our lives. So we're getting more and more industry demand and we're running out of space. So what I need to do is buy up a couple tiles. We're gonna buy this tile and this tile here. And we're going to buy that. This will allow us to expand out this way and stop building in this little tiny punched up square of like spaghetti roads. It's kind of a mess. Again, I'm going to keep saving it every few minutes. I'm tired of losing progress. I'm sure the video doesn't seem as bad because it gets to fast forward and stuff like that, but I've had to rebuild this and all of this like 4 different times now. So hopefully all my savings is not going to hopefully all the saving I'm doing is going to prevent that. I'm going to delete that road and those businesses are going to get mad, but going to make it a lot easier to go out this way and do that. And then we're going to grid out pretty much is what we're going to do. Not going to be perfect, but we're going to grid. So we'll go there to there. We'll go over to here. We're going to make sure our grid stays intact as much as possible. We nailed it. And we're going to zone this out for more industry. Bam. Bam, bam. Oh, not that. Definitely not all the way there. Let's pause that. We're going to demolish that. And that'll be enough space for it to expand out a little bit and keep taking care of that demand. Tired of seeing it. So we're also going to build a bit of a highway connection. Not going to be anything crazy. Believe me. And that's pretty much it. That's what we're going to have for a highway connection. It'll just easier crossover and just so traffic doesn't have to go all the way down and stuff like that for all these different things. We'll be able to just take a shortcut there and hopefully it keeps traffic off of this main roundabout. So let's see, what else can we work on? I do want to take a look at our industry, see how they're performing and see how our trees are. So do these trees eventually deplete? Like, will they stop? Like, will they just disappear after a while? Like, will they actually, I don't know if they're actually cut down or not. Maybe. A possibility. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how this game works all too well yet, but you know, it's something we're going to keep on discovering. So I want to look at more industry stuff. We're obviously we're losing less money because of our industries. And what is this? Well, taxes is most of our income. But oh wow, government subsidies are keeping us afloat. Without government subsidies, we'd be in debt right now. We're going to speed up the game and we're going to see if we can catch up to a lot of this stuff. I know we lowered our budget for a bunch of stuff like healthcare, garbage man. Maybe was it just healthcare? I think it was just healthcare. Okay. It was expensive, so been kind of dealing with that a little bit. So let's see for this type of building. This is our high school. Where's our clinic? Clinic's right here. It doesn't have any upgrades. It's just expensive as heck for no reason. That kind of sucks. Medical clinic vehicles in use is 2. Vehicles in maintenance is 2. Vehicles in use. Vehicles undergoing maintenance, building efficiency under 100% will result in vehicles breaking down or require more maintenance. How do we up the efficiency? Is it because of just their budget? Yeah, their budget's really low. I guess that's kind of fair. It'll probably fix a bunch of our issues that we're having, actually. So if we go back into our budget and we up our healthcare back to 100%, will this fix their... Yeah, so they're already 77% efficient. So it's doing a lot better, but it's not perfect, obviously. We're back a couple of hours later. My PC kept crashing. I wasn't sure, so I did some troubleshooting, updated all my drivers and things like that. Cleared my temp files, all that good stuff, and we're gonna see if I don't crash this time. So hopefully not. So I'm gonna get straight back into it. We're having some death care issues, I think just because of it, just because of the distance that they're having to travel. So I know we talked about it briefly about getting a crematorium. But they're kind of expensive. So I'm kind of avoiding spending money as much as I can until we're making a bit more money. We're having more low density demand, so that's what we're going to fill up. We have the space for it, so we're going to just zone this all up. Now we're going to overzone here for a bit, just so we don't have to come back to this for a little while. I'm tired of looking at houses all day. But that's kind of the main goal of what we're... Oh my god. That's kind of the main goal of what we're trying to do today, is just trying to get our population back up. Make sure our needs are taken care of. Is our budget still kind of messed up? I know last time we lowered the budget. Let me see if I raised it back up now. I didn't. So let me raise that back to 100%. We should have more vehicles to send out, being able to take care of patients and, being more productive. So I'm going to save it every couple minutes just to make sure we're not losing progress if my PC does crash again. I don't want to restart everything like I did before. So I'm going to take a look at the milestones. Well, the development trees, and see what we can unlock. We don't really need any roads yet. I think we're good on electricity for now. We should look at that. Are we producing enough electricity to be sustainable? How do we check that again? We have to go to the electricity tab and it pops up. There it is. So we're exporting still. Okay, we're exporting electricity still, so that means we don't have to worry about it just yet, which is outstanding. Population increase. Okay, we got a couple points. Oh, wow. We're growing pretty rapidly now. I think everybody's a bit happy, so that's really awesome to see. Okay, back to our tab here. And I don't think we need a water treatment plant yet. I don't think we need a hospital or crematorium yet. I'm leaning towards... maybe the welfare office. Or maybe we'll go with basic transportation. How do you unlock buses? Are buses just already unlocked? Is that already a thing we can do? Oh, we can. Let's do buses. I want to do buses. Okay, cool. Let's do buses. We're gonna place this over here, kind of by our road maintenance building. That's a good place for that, just to keep it out of the way. And we're gonna just start creating bus stops, honestly. So, garage, electric bus. That's cool. Oh wow! And store more buses. Electric charging just adds it into it. But those get expensive. We're not gonna do any of that yet. So let's go back into our bus tab, and we're gonna start $400. Yeah, let's do the nicer ones. So probably want to keep the bus lanes off of the main street, if I'm being honest, just to keep that away. I'm seeing a nice kind of a loop here that I can build with these bus stops. So we're gonna try to do something with it. Not gonna be perfect, but it'll at least get us going in a way that we need to. So we're gonna place a bus stop. Let's stay there. Place another bus stop here. Place one over. Well, where is that one at? Can they turn there? Is that enough? Yeah, I think that's running from return. So we'll go something there. We'll place one more up here. It'll come this way, and then there'll be a stop here. And I think we go down straight through this road. I want to have a bus stop at the school, so we'll have one there again, even though it's really close proximity. There's nothing developed here yet, but it'll come in handy down the road. We'll put a stop there, and we will put one more stop in here, and this will connect which I think is outstanding. I'm not exactly sure how all this is supposed to work, so hopefully it just kind of works out nicely. We're not going to deal with bus stations yet. I don't think we're at that point yet. But we're going to start developing a line. Let's create a route. We're going to go there to there, connect to that, and follow this around. Hopefully it kind of works out nicely. Yeah, I figured that would happen because of how I place the stops, but I think that little bit of detour is fine. We're going to connect to here. Going to go this way. Going to go straight, make a right up here. Connect there, and finally complete the route there. And that'll send out buses, but I'm going to keep it paused because I want to make stops going the opposite way as well. And I want it to just be mirrored off of what we have here. So that's what we're going to do. Place a stop there. Point of education, make sure we have plenty of transportation. And let's see. It definitely seems like I like being able to place your own stops like this instead of just a marker on the road. And I like that you can set up waypoints so your buses don't have to follow the exact same road that the default game is making them go. I feel like it makes planning routes a lot easier. And I think because of that, transportation in City Skylines 2 is going to be just a major upgrade from the first game, especially because in the first game it was kind of clunky. If you didn't add extra stops or something like that, sometimes you'd have buses going in weird routes. And it kind of made it impossible to make anything very efficient. So I'm glad this is a little bit different. So we got two bus routes, and I'm going to check out and see how these are running. I don't exactly know how any of this works, so I'm going to open this thing here, and let's look at our line details. We're at $8 a bus, and that's fine. Not going to mess with that. Is there different bus models we can choose? They don't have different bus models yet. Maybe they'll have them in the future. Who knows? Maybe we keep them the default blue. That's a nice color. So we're going to unpause it. And I'm guessing we'll see the buses coming out of the garage. Is that how this works? Ah, there they go. That is awesome. Looks like somebody just complained about not being safe. Yeah, we don't have really good police coverage over here, unfortunately. But it's not something I really want to, extend, if I'm being honest. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. Probably not the best thing to do. How do you get communications? You have to get tiny communications. That's the thing I'm excited for. Getting communications up and Wi-Fi and all that stuff. Oh, first fire truck. First fire, seeing a fire truck here. Wow. You can hear the fire roaring. That's insane. I can't wait for them to add the animations of the firefighters coming out and actually getting rid of the fire, because right now they just kind of pull up and the fire goes out and they drive off. But hopefully it adds a bit more detail to that later. We're going to speed it up, get our buses on our routes, and see what our buses are doing. We keep dropping frames here. It's like little stutters. It's weird. You can see the graphics breaking a little bit as I'm moving around. I'm not sure what's causing that. Hopefully that gets resolved, or maybe it's a setting I have messed up or something. But I'm running on pretty relatively low settings right now just because I keep having a lot of issues. But hopefully the game keeps performing well. We don't have to stop playing it. But we will be back to our old City Skylines city on City Skylines 1. Probably done with tomorrow's video, so look forward to that. Our buses are going. And I'm not sure if they're keeping up. By keeping up, I mean like I don't know if there's any people actually riding these buses yet. Maybe over time they start to pick up or something. I'm not exactly sure how buses are going to work yet, but it's something we're going to keep an eye on. And okay, I think this bus has passengers. Okay, cool. So this bus has passengers on them. So if we follow that bus, is that not one of his stops? Is he just not going to stop there? Oh, so they don't stop at every stop. It's more of a, someone has to get off, they'll stop, or there we go. That's pretty cool. So buses work more like real buses do. They stop where people got to get off and not just random places they do sometimes. But with all the issues I'm having, I'm kind of forced to end this episode here, unfortunately. I wanted to go a bit further today, but it seems like that's where we're going to stop. We'll deal with a lot more of these issues next time. Oh, there it is. Like I was talking about, a bunch of abandoned buildings, because why? They're empty. That's pretty much what it is. So we'll get rid of that. And hopefully they'll rebuild only when they have to, not now. So that's all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you'll have a fantastic day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.